Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Itwa. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. As you can see from the title, we are going to be doing a movie review. Today we are going to be discussing Oloture, The Journey. It was released some weeks ago and I just had the time to watch it, so I'm just going to be sharing my thoughts with you. First thing I'm going to say is if you are watching Oloture, please don't forget to click the Nigerian Pidgin subtitle. If not, you are going to be hearing some strange voices, especially if you are familiar with the voices of the actors. You are going to be like, who is this talking? This is not Sharon Oja, this is not blah blah blah. Oloture The Journey is a continuation of the movie Oloture, which was released in 2019. The story follows a journalist, also Oloture, who went undercover to kind of expose the human trafficking, prostitution, sex work, those kind of things. And then she got caught up in the middle of it and she was on her way to Italy. Like they were transporting them, they were trafficking them out of the country to Italy to go and do, you know what. And so this the journey just follows what happens to her afterwards, how she survived in the desert, how she was able to protect herself, people she met, and things like that. The previous movie ended at the border where a rescue mission was sent to, help get her out so that she would not. I mean, after once she leaves the country, it's like all hope is lost. There's no way to get her back since she's working undercover, but it was not successful. And so this particular movie just actually continues from there, and that is like a very good point for them. I enjoyed this movie, yeah, and I love the storyline. However, there are just some things I was not really comfortable with, and I was like, if it took you about how many years since 2019 to this time is about 5 years, I think. If it took you 5 years to do a sequel, then please put in effort. I felt like the storyline was rushed. There's some parts of the movie that I felt were not necessary, and I also felt like some parts were rushed. There was no depth to it compared to the very first one. Now, I'm just going to pick point some things. I may not follow like a progression, but I'm just going to give you like I'm just going to give like a breakdown of my general thought about. Like I said before, it's not a bad movie. Some things were just like I was waiting. I was just like hoping for something beautiful to happen. Unlike the first movie, there was a lot of anticipation. Like I was I was really excited to see it, but this one it was just going up and down. I know they're talking about her journey and everything, but it kind of felt disjointed to me. There were a lot of parts that I felt were not necessary. Um One of the things that stuck out to me was actually Stan Nze. I think his name in the movie is Ben. Yeah, Ben. I was very confused about his accent. I was like, is he from the northern part of Nigeria? Is he acting as a Ghanaian? Because there's another person, there's another character by the name Andrew who is obviously Ghanaian because of the accent. And the way the movie plays out is like they are brothers. But I'm not sure if they're actually like blood brothers or because they are from the same country or because they are in the same they are going through life together and that's what makes them brothers. I'm not sure, but the accent was so confusing to me. I kept opening my ear. I kept like, what is he saying? Sometimes you say brother, sometimes you say God, sometimes you sometimes you talk to him. I'm like, I don't understand what you are saying. That part exactly was not clear. I think more job should have been done in terms of the accent, or instead of casting Stanize, cast somebody else who is more fluent in the accent that the character is playing. Stanize is a fantastic actor. I'm not taking that away from him, but the accent in this particular movie was like very confusing. Next thing I'm going to say is Daniel Etim's character. He played Tony in the movie, who is like a pimp. Man, no, no, like I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it at all. Somebody else should have acted that role. Again, not to take away from Daniel Etim's talent or anything like that, but it wasn't convincing enough for me. They wanted to make him like a very brutal individual, and I didn't see that. I'm trying I'm trying to be very polite and very nice in this review, but honestly, that character is like, somebody else should have played. I even feel Stanise would have even done better as a Tony in this movie, because I just feel he has that air, around him. Tony was just too, when he was trying to be harsh, it wasn't just it wasn't just working out for me. It wasn't just working out. Let me know what you think anyway. If you've seen the movie, let me know. If this makes you if this makes you want to watch it, let me know. If you want to go back, watch it, and then come back to talk about it, that is also very fine. But for me, Tony Daniel Etienne, no, I wasn't feeling it. One funny thing that stuck out to me was when Tony went to Alero's house. To Alero is played by Omoni Oboli. When Tony went to her house to harass her, there was a frame somewhere in the house that said, "This is Milan," and that was quite funny because she is a pimp that takes girls from Nigeria to Italy. So to have that frame in her house, it was like, ah. That was quite hilarious. I don't know if you've watched the movie. Let me know if you caught it, and if not, I mean, go and see it. So, and let me also know if it's something you are able to take note of. Point I want to raise is Beauty. Beauty is played by Bukola. I can't remember her surname right now, but it's played by Bukola, and she was one of the girls that was supposed to be, trafficked. And I hope YouTube doesn't censor these words. I don't know, but let's see. She was one of the girls that was supposed to be trafficked, but she was able to escape. And then, she went back to her parents' home and found out that it had been burned down. And then she went back to Lagos and then continued prostituting. And I'm like, God just gave you a second chance. Why would you waste it? You believe that this girl, she watched her sister get beheaded because of this, you know, sex work. She saw her sister being beheaded. That was not enough for her. You were among girls that were supposed to be, sent out of the country. You were able to escape. You came back and you still decided that it is the same work you want to still go into. And she was saying that she's doing it for her sister's sake. Like, do you think your sister is going to be happy to find out that you had a second chance, and instead of doing something, something good with your life, you decided to go back? Even when somebody else, I think this is played by Ikechukwu. Ikechukwu was also a pimp. His name is Chooks in the movie. He was the one that helped her and took her and started giving her clients and all, and he wanted to take some girls to Europe. And then he asked, and she was like, "Yes, even if I won't go, because of my sister." And I'm like, hey God. Well, so, the truth is, some people don't actually know when God has blessed them, and I could not even believe. Oh my God, I'm trying not to laugh because when that happened, I was like, oh, finally somebody escaped. She's going to probably go to the police, or she's going to hide and just go like a different path. But obviously that was not even on her mind. That was not even on her mind at all. I just, watching that part, it just made me just pray. It just made me realize that there are times when we are given a second chance and we don't even realize it. I beg God, open my eyes to see my second chance. Let me not go back to what puts me in that difficult position in the first place. Like, it just stuck me really, really hard. Now back to Oloture. In the course of trying to find their way either to Europe or back to Nigeria, somebody sold her to a madam, and then Stanise, that's Ben and Andrew, had to rescue her. That rescue mission, sha. That rescue mission, sha, he get a civil. Like that rescue mission. I was like, really, is it that easy to rescue some? Like, if the madam has been in that business for as long as he made it seem, then it's not supposed to be that easy to just come and carry somebody and disappear. But I mean, it's just a movie. I don't expect it to be like real life, but at least they should still try. They should still try. Overall, Oloture is a good watch. I wouldn't say you should expect so much. See, the way I'm talking is exactly how I felt when I was watching the movie, but I wouldn't say I don't recommend it, but I would give it like a 5/10 just because I actually expected more. The way this movie ended was very, very confusing. There were a lot of loose ends. One, did they actually make it to Europe? Like, it would be good for us to know that they are safe and, doing okay. Two, Alero kind of joined hands together with somebody else. I can't remember the name of the character to bring down Tony. What happened with that? We don't know. A bounty has been placed on the head of Chooks by Alero. What happened to that? We don't know. The politician, blah blah blah. What happened with that? We don't know. Alero's mom, is she how is she doing? She had gone to file a police report. What came out of that? We don't know. Honestly, I don't know if they are planning to bring out more series or another part entirely. I would really have loved it if they had just ended everything now instead of dragging it for long, because this movie doesn't deserve the whole dragging and everything. It was good to see the desert, it was good to see, more actors and everything, but all in uh, all, I mean, you guys can go and watch it anyway and let me know what you think. But for me, I actually expected more. So that's all I have to say concerning Oloture the movie. Like I said before, it is available on Netflix. Don't forget to change the subtitle to the Nigerian Pidgin subtitle. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Hopefully, in my next review, I'll be more upbeat. If you have any movie that you think I would enjoy, please let me know in the comment section. I'm looking forward to reading your comment. Thank you so much once again, and bye bye.
She's a force to be reckoned with. Yeah, she's one of a